What's the greatest scoring season in NBA history? Was it when Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 in 1962? Is it when Jordan teared up the league for 37 a night in 87? Or maybe something more modern like Harden's Unguardable Tour in 2019 or Luka Magic in 2024? They're some of the greatest scoring seasons the league's ever seen, but I'm here to make the case that 2006 Kobe is at the top of that mountain. 35 points per game, 27 40-point games. He dropped the second highest scoring performance of all time and outscored an entire team with 62 points in 3 quarters, all while carrying an absolutely abysmal Lakers team to the playoffs. And the crazy part, he didn't finish first, second, or third in MVP voting. One of the greatest carry job seasons we've ever seen isn't appreciated for what it is. And I'm here to fix that, because 2006 Kobe was a scoring dynamo.
I don't care how you get there. I don't care what you do to get there. The goal is to win.
Fellas, it's time to eat, because Factor 75 is the sponsor of today's video. Factor does what no one else can. They keep you locked in on your health goals while saving you time. With a wide variety of chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meals that are fresh and never frozen, delivered straight to your door, Factor makes meal planning simple. Trying to bulk up in the gym? Their Protein Plus plan is what you need. Keeping an eye on your calories? The Calorie Smart plan will keep you on track. And for mornings when you're rushing out the door, their quick breakfast options make it easy to start the day right. While working on this video last night, I popped in one of my favorites from the Protein Plus meal plan into the microwave. Just 2 minutes later, I have a fresh meal that supports my goals, and I'm right back to work. Head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code POST2KFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code POST2KFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. The intensity and fierceness Kobe played with in 2006 was savage-like. It was a storm that had been brewing for years. The kid was on top of the world. At 23 years old, Kobe captured his 3rd championship to cap off the three-peat, becoming just the 4th team to pull off the feat. Despite butting heads from time to time, the Kobe-Shaq Lakers proved to be unbeatable. Or so we thought. In an attempt to win a 4th straight title in 2003, the San Antonio Spurs shocked the world by beating the Lakers in round 2. And this was the beginning of the end. During that fateful summer, Kobe was accused of some serious allegations that severely damaged his public image. And to add insult to injury, Shaq was throwing shots at him in the media time and time again throughout the 04 season. But despite all the controversy, LA somehow managed to make the finals, just to get stunned by the Detroit Pistons in 5 in one of the greatest finals upsets in history. And that was the breaking point. During the 2004 offseason, Coach Phil Jackson left the Lakers, stating that it was due to Kobe being disrespectful and uncoachable that season. It was enough to drive Shaq out too, as he was traded to Miami 1 month later. And just like that, Kobe was all by his lonesome. A weight came off his shoulders when the case was dropped entering the 05 season, but things just weren't the same. He missed the playoffs for the first time in his career, and the reality of his situation was starting to set in. Everyone had left him, the media despised him, and his I can do it by myself mentality on the court wasn't beloved by his teammates. There were serious beliefs that Kobe was never gonna win again. He pushed everyone out, and now he was gonna pay the price. So, entering the 2006 season, wanting to prove everyone wrong, the Mamba hit the motherfucking gas.
Gets it back. Gotta hurry. It'll be Kobe. Kobe for a deuce. And the win, he got it!
Guess what?
He got it with 0.6 of a second to play.
Hey, that's the guy you want shooting it.
This might be the most Kobe way to start a season. A mid-range game winner against Denver to win on opening night, and tag on 33 points, 5 boards, and 4 dimes. This was a sign of what was to come. The very next night, he goes for 39, 7 and 5 against Phoenix, and then obliterates Denver again for 37, 8 and 5, followed by a 37-point outburst against Atlanta to rail off 4 straight 30-point games to start the year. The man was scorching. However, LA's lack of a roster around him weighed the team down. They lost 3 straight games after Kobe's hot start to put their record below 500, and he wasn't pleased. So as the New York Knicks rolled into town, the Mamba was unleashed.
Kicks down to Bryant. Kobe open. Beautiful.
That's why I say you got to stay close here in the third. Everything was just going so right for him.
I think it's going to take for Kwame to have a breakout game.
Kobe gets in the paint. The basket, Kwame gives it to Kobe.
Screens for him, and Kobe rings the deuce.
A 42-point mauling flipped a switch inside of Kobe's mind. An avalanche was coming. 36, 43, 34, 46, 30, and 33 in a win against Milwaukee to bring LA's record to 8 and 9. Yeah, having Kobe's great, but when your second, third, and fourth best options are Lamar Odom, Kwame Brown, and Smush Parker, winning won't come easily. Still, Kobe's insane numbers built an early case for his first career MVP, but if he wants a real shot at it, that record's gotta go up. And as he faced Dallas on December 12th, he was chasing that W. The dude put on a shooting clinic over any player from any angle. I mean, watch how he contorts his body for this reverse finish. It was basketball poetry. And down 1 with 40 seconds to go, he proved to be clutch too.
Down to 3 seconds. Kobe lost a dribble. In a hurry, he has to pick it up. Desperation 3, my goodness.
After losing his dribble, Kobe lasers a 30-foot fading 3 to take the lead and win the game with a nutty 43, 5, 2, and 4 stat line. However, that was just the stocking stuffer, because 8 days later, on December 20th, the Mamba gave Dallas an early Christmas gift.
It was going to be a difficult one, and now Kobe hit on his way. Versus it anyway, even with the contact early. 9 points. Kobe trying to lose his man on the tier over Daniels. Another 3. Doesn't have the numbers, but boy, he's trying to make his own statement on the reverse. What a start to an MVP season for Kobe on the. Yes! Kobe can't get it. Now Kobe for 3. I don't believe it. Incredible. 95, 61. Adds to his career best. 62 for Kobe.
I take it back. He is good, but he has more than Dallas has.
If last game was a clinic, this was a masterclass. 62 points in 3 quarters is ludicrous. That's right, 62 points in 32 minutes. Now get this, in those 3 quarters, he outscored the entire Dallas roster. The Mamba scored 62, the Mavericks scored 61. It's one of the greatest scoring performances the league has ever seen, and he could have scored more too. Brian Shaw, the Lakers' assistant coach, had asked Kobe if he wanted to play in the 4th to go for 70, to which he said, "I'll do it when we really need it." The man wasn't focused on scoring or the numbers. He was locked in on one thing: winning. Unfortunately, that isn't what happened on Christmas Day. A dreadful loss to Shaq and the Heat put Kobe on the edge. And you could tell. In a game against the Grizzlies 2 nights later, Kobe gets clipped by Mike Miller, and he's livid. He lets him hear it as he heads back to the locker room for stitches, and when he returned, he was out for blood. elbowing Miller right in the face, accidentally on purpose. The NBA suspended him 2 games for the elbow, to which he came back with his head on fire.
901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Niggas came up on this.
48 points and 10 rebounds in his first game back from suspension gave us our introduction to January Kobe. He followed it up with 50 points, 8 boards, and 8 dimes versus the Clippers, in which 40 of those points were in the second half, including a wild floater to win the game. Then he went nuts for 45, 10 and 5 in a win over Indiana, 41 versus Portland, 27 points, and another game winner over a young LeBron to beat the Cavs. He poured in 38, 7 and 7, 37 versus Miami, 51, 9 and 4 in sack, and then 37 big ones against the Suns. We were witnessing one of the game's all-time bucket getters at the absolute peak of his scoring powers. And just when it felt like he couldn't possibly top himself, in a game against the Toronto Raptors at Staples Center on January 22nd, 2006, Kobe made history.
I watched the whole game.
Actually, I think I read it on the ticker somewhere. It just said Kobe 81.
81 or 51?
Nobody believed that.
Man, that's unbelievable.
I just couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable.
I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that. And my friends was with me and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now.
Guns it to Mim, little backdoor.
The Lakers are doing defensively.
Kobe Myers, here's Kobe again. Yes, sir. Out of Bryant.
Well, they're giving him the ball to see if he can add to it.
Hustle by Kobe. He's going to score. Dunk, Lakers lead. Here's Kobe trying to move around low feet, trying to put him up. Finally shoots. Nobody melting right now defensively, so he only takes a 15 from him. Kobe 4 away from Elgin Baylor's Laker record. Yes! Kobe guarded by Mo Peterson. Kobe pump fake for 4. Kobe's got the Laker record. The 20 from the line. And an 81-point game. 55 in the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
81 points. The second highest scoring performance the NBA has ever seen now belongs to Kobe Bean Bryant. There are no words to describe this performance, other than, I'll do it when we need it. You remember that? Kobe called his shot just a month earlier, and when they really needed it, he delivered. After scoring 26 in the first half, the Lakers were still down 14. So he spazzed for 55 points in the second half, and LA won by 18. The man was a machine. He'd finished the month of January averaging 43 points, 5 boards, 4 dimes, and nearly 2 steals on elite efficiency, with 12 30-point games, 7 40 bombs, 2 50 pieces, and 1 80 ball. It's without a doubt the greatest scoring stretch of his career, on top of the fact that the Lakers went 9-4 to get to the 6th seed in the West. Kobe's case for the MVP was for real, but even Superman couldn't do it all. February wasn't hot for LA. Despite Bryant averaging over 31 a night, they went 5-8 and were dropped to the 8th seed, right on the verge of missing the playoffs. If it wasn't for Kobe, this team would be dead last, no exaggeration. But with one of the game's all-time greats, they have a chance, and that's all the man needed. He scorched Portland for 35 and it lit a fuse. 42 points in a win versus the Warriors, 40 in another win, and then 43 points in a loss. So headed to New Orleans the very next night, desperate for another win, Kobe cranked it into playoff mode.
Shot, one and done is all you're going to give him.
Kobe, oh man. The clock. This is Kobe, late in the clock. The 3, a game, a playoff-like game, and Kobe is playing like everything's at stake. Kobe with 3, Kobe with 2. Oh my goodness! Kobe!
The Hornets announcers couldn't believe what they were watching.
Oh my goodness!
After scoring just 22 points through 3 quarters, they witnessed Kobe turn into the clutch god, baptizing New Orleans with 18 in the 4th. Kobe gets his 19th 40 bomb of the season, and LA gets the win. These were the types of things Kobe had to do to win games with the ensemble of bums around him, which should then make him the most valuable player in the NBA, right? Well, if the voters weren't swayed just yet, the final stretch of the season may solidify it. In the last 14 games of the year, the Mamba went nuclear for 8 40-point games, 2 50-pieces, and LA went 11-3 to clinch their ticket to the postseason, while cementing one of the greatest individual regular seasons ever. Kobe was first team All-NBA, first team All-Defense, averaged 35 points a night, led the league in 30, 40, 50, 60, and 80-point games, while scoring 34.7% of his team's points throughout the season, which is why he finished 4th in MVP voting. I know, it's shocking. The argument made against him is that LA was the 7th seed, but to ignore everything else he did is insane. Even to this day, it's seen as one of the all-time MVP robberies. But like it was scripted, Kobe's gonna have a shot to prove himself in the playoffs, because lined up in his sights is the NBA's most valuable player. Kobe was given a golden opportunity, a round 1 face-off against Steve Nash and the number 2 seed Phoenix Suns. If he can pull off the upset, it'll be further proof that he was worthy of the MVP. Game 1 though was anything but that. Kobe had one of his worst scoring outputs of the season as Phoenix draws first blood. Game 2, however, was heated. The stars got into it early, drawing right at each other's face in the first quarter. LA took a 15-point lead into halftime, but the Suns didn't flinch, getting within single digits late in the 4th. So, Kobe stuck a dagger right into Nash's heart.
Look at the hustle of Lamar Odom. Off to Kobe Bryant. Counted for 2, or let's see. Yep, counted for 2 and a foul.
Kobe put his nuts right in the MVP's face as he posterizes Nash, then swings over his body like a supervillain. The series is tied at 1, headed to LA. Back on home turf for Game 3, the Lakers took the lead in the first quarter and never looked back to go up 2-1 on the 2nd-seeded Suns. And with another game at home with a chance to go up 3-1, Kobe showed Steve Nash what a true MVP looks like.
Precious 7 seconds to go off the clock by not being close to a man. They'd love to get it into Nash's hands, and they do. Ball knocked away, stolen by Parker. Here comes George to Kobe Bryant. Bryant inside, it's good! It's good! Tie game! 1-point game. Walton can tip it. Bryant.
After Smush Parker rips Nash, Kobe sidesteps and throws in the floater to send the game to overtime, where Nash fumbles again as he gets tied up for a jump ball. LA wins it, Kobe pulls up at the buzzer down 1 and drills it to win the game and take a 3-1 chokehold on the series. The man was on another planet. It's one of the most iconic moments in playoff history. Out in Phoenix for Game 5 with a chance to close out the series, the Lakers got slammed by 17. We're headed back to LA for a Game 6, where Kobe was a dog. He erupted for 50 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. And just like Game 4, he was coming up clutch. Up one with 40 seconds to go, he flips home an insanely tough banker to go up 3. That's the dagger. It's over.
And Nash for the tie. Marion the rebound. Tim Thomas with the fake for the tie.
Just 6 seconds away from a series win for LA, Tim Thomas cashes a 3 to save Phoenix's season and send the game to OT. In the extra frame, Kobe exploded for 12 points, but the rest of the team scored just 1. It wasn't enough, and we're off to an improbable 7th game in Phoenix. Kobe got off to a hot start in Game 7, scoring 23 points in the first half. Yet somehow, the Lakers are down 15. And that's when Kobe essentially quit. He scored 1 point and attempted just 3 shots in the second half, as the Lakers poetically lost by 31 after being up 3-1. To this day, people claim that Kobe quit on his team, that he was proving a point to management by not scoring to show that he didn't have enough help around him. Whether that's true or not, it was a flat-out embarrassing end to the season. Everything Kobe had been striving for was right at his fingertips. It was his chance to prove that he could carry a team, that he wasn't selfish, that he can win without Shaq, that he was worthy of the MVP. But instead, one of the all-time great individual seasons went down in flames. Maybe they're right. Kobe may never win again.
And my triple cup, that's 2 times 2. Man, this shit dogging in the war time, so yeah, my eyes red, but I'm no Dynamo. If you gon' run it up, that's all on you. You know I'm ballin', usual like Kobe.
The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
Just got one more to Shaq. So you can take that to the bank.
You know I'm ballin', usual like Kobe. Ooh, worry about a hater that don't know me. He say that he tough, then that boy gotta show me. All up Bentley truck, extra pause every